watch any of my other channels, and well, due to the fact that evidently this channel has the least amount of subscribers aside from my B-roll channel, yeah, I got a good feeling that you might have figured out by now that I've ordered a MacBook Pro, and I am very impatiently waiting for it to come. It's been 3 weeks, and it still hasn't come. Ugh, I'm so impatient for it. But I've been ordering other accessories that I definitely know I'll be using the MacBook with. So as I am very impatiently waiting for this whole thing to come, I've been in the process of getting all the accessories necessary to fully take advantage of my laptop. So I figured, why not show them off with you today? So let me actually find all of my accessories. Here's one. So there are 2 accessories that I've ordered from Apple.com. I made a video about this on the Gadgets channel, but I might as well show it off here if I can pull it out of the sleeve. And it is the Apple polishing cloth. I've actually paid the $20 for this polishing cloth because now it's finally come back in stock and you can get it within like a week or so. Yes, I ordered this the same Friday that I ordered my MacBook Pro, and it came the following Tuesday. So yeah, Apple polishing cloth. Let me tell you, this thing's very effective, especially when you use, like, don't pour water on it. I don't think that's gonna help this hold up over time, but like little droplets of water, this thing will work miracles. Seriously. So polishing cloth is one accessory. Another accessory that I've realized I should have gotten a long time ago is my extension cable for the power brick. Because, I mean, yeah, plug in right there. It should be just fine. But for some reason, half of the outlets in the house here, it'll actually just randomly fall out of the socket. And, well, considering that my next power brick is going to be a lot bigger and heavier and such, I don't think that thing is going to stay in that outlet for very long. So the extension cable here helps with that because it'll put the heaviest part of the brick, aka the brick itself, on the ground versus trying to suspend it in the outlet itself. And so it helps with that. And it also helps me gain more access to outlets because for some reason, half of the outlets in the house are either behind a piece of furniture or too far away from a piece of furniture. So even though I can find an optimal spot with the regular length cable, half of the time I just can't. So having more length in my cable definitely helps. So that's one other accessory that I've gotten. And I've also gotten 2 other accessories that came in recently, but they weren't big enough for me to actually decide to do unboxings with because they're just regular off-brand stuff, but I figured I might as well just mention them. So yeah, those are, oh, real quick, those 2 accessories that I just talked about, those are from Apple.com, and those are going to be the only ones. So let's talk about some others. And so the MacBook Pro I ordered is the 16-inch. You should know this because I've made that video announcement, and I've also talked about it a lot. But there are a few things with the 16-inch that, well, I actually don't already have already. So one of those things that I need, especially with my computer, but unfortunately no Mac has had it since 2012. Well, no MacBook has had it since 2012. It's the Ethernet port. I need the Ethernet port, especially at my job. So what could I do? Order an Ethernet to USB-C cable, which honestly is the method I would have done, but I actually have not been able to find a single Ethernet to USB-C cable. I've looked so hard and I cannot find one. I basically had to get the only dongle I'll ever need, which is right here. I basically got this Uni, whatever it is. Well, basically USB-C to Ethernet adapter, which, yeah, it's the only adapter I'll ever need because I've never been able to find a single USB-C to Ethernet cable. And even if I did, I really don't want to try to route that thing throughout the entire office because, well, it's a bit of a pain to do. So I find that this will just be easier and it'll be more useful if I ever need to go anywhere else and plug into a hardwire connection or such, instead of trying to run a very long Ethernet cable to wherever I need to. Yeah, this adapter, I got that. And also as a bonus, and why I chose this specific one, unfortunately there are some people out there who refuse to get on the USB-C bandwagon. So if I am ever in a pinch, because once again, we still have these people that fail to adapt to new, better, and superior standards, I basically got this issue taken care of with the fact that there are 3 USB-A's on here. So not only will I have 3 USB-C's, aka 3 Thunderbolt 3s, or no, Thunderbolt 4s, they're Thunderbolt 4s now. I'll also have 3 USB-A's, things that I'll definitely be taking advantage of when it comes to people not fully finally embracing the USB-C ecosystem. Why haven't we done this already, people? So yeah, 3 Type A's for in case I run into a situation where I have to use the inferior standard. And then one other accessory that has arrived so far, I haven't gotten all of them yet, but definitely one that I was actually surprised to find, but was very grateful to find. And it's basically, I needed a cord to be able to use this monitor here, and that's because, well, this monitor don't have USB-C, but it also doesn't have HDMI. So I found the proper solution for it. So if we take a look at the back here, sorry that the lighting's not exactly the best, but actually, let me see, can I adjust it? Flashlight, boom. Okay, so as you can see, we use a VGA or a DVI. Yeah, those are the 2 connections that I'll actually use. So no HDMI, no DisplayPort. All I have are these VGA and DVI display connections. That's what I've got. So obviously that's not going to work with the USB-C cable, so I have to get a DVI to USB-C adapter, right? No. And this is why people have made me mad for so long, and it's because nobody has even thought of even trying to do this properly. And here's what it is. Let me actually detach the cable real quick for you. As you can see, this is a DVI cable, but if you take a look at the very other end of it, what? Are you saying you can buy a cable with Type-C and the proper end you need to plug into your display? What? But how is this possible? We've only had adapters. How does this thing exist? What you're supposed to do is use it. Yeah, I am that weird. Sorry. This thing does exist, and this was how we were supposed to transition to USB-C in the first place. You weren't supposed to get an adapter to basically, in my case, a DVI to DVI cable. What you were supposed to get is the proper cable in the first place. And for those of you who are really shocked by this, you haven't seen USB to Lightning or USB-C to Lightning or USB to USB-C. You haven't seen cables like that before. You haven't seen cables where both ends aren't the same type of connection. Wow. Okay. I don't understand how you can't figure that out, but yeah, it is possible to get a cable with different connections on them. Yeah, with that said, I basically got this DVI to USB-C. I also got one USB-C to HDMI on order as well, but obviously, not here yet. So, yeah, this is the current cable I've got. But yeah, those are some of the accessories that I've got so far. I got a couple others coming, like that cable that I just mentioned, but also I'm getting proper USB-C flash drives, and these particular flash drives that I'm getting will not just have the USB-C end on it, but it'll also come with the Type-A end, so that way I can plug it into other computers that don't support the superior standard. Yes, unfortunately, there are still computers today that use the inferior standard. How dare they? And I am also finally, I've needed to do this for the longest time, ever since my original hard drive died. Yeah, I used to have a hard drive that I stored all my videos on, videos that I made before I started YouTube. And unfortunately, that drive died. For the longest time, I've just been saving all of my copies either on my MacBook or my iMac. They're all stored sporadically throughout the machines. I'm finally getting an external drive to properly store all of my videos on. Finally. Oh, and yeah, it's USB-C. And I've even checked. I made sure the port that cable plugs to on the drive itself is USB-C, because USB-C is the superior port. Don't argue with me. All right, thank you for watching. Do me a favor and interact with stuff below. My name is Alpha Wolf, Random Alpha, signing out.